The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed. Oh my God, really? The phone goes off as soon as I'm reading this shit. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this recording are the speaker's own and do not represent the views, thoughts, and opinions of the platform you consume it on. This is artistic content for entertainment purposes only. We do not criticize or expose anyone or anything from a factual basis. The relationary name and all forms and abbreviations are the property of its owner, and its use does not imply endorsement of or opposition to any specific brand, company, product, or service. Alright, look, Relationary Nation, stand up. If you believe that mastering relationships is the real key to getting rich, then please remember to like, follow, and subscribe to our content wherever we publish it. We're here to work on relationships. Some will, and some of those relationships will. We're here to work on relationships. Some will evolve, and some will dissolve. We're here to work on relationships. Some we're going to evolve, and some we're going to dissolve. Now, walk with me. Look, we're here to work on relationships. Some of them we're going to evolve, others we're going to dissolve. Now, walk with me. Alright, so the headline of this episode: D.L. Hughleys' eldest daughter opens up about their tumultuous relationship. Alright, D.L. Hugley, eldest daughter Ryan Shepherd, is opening up about the tumultuous relationship that she used to have with her famous dad. The proud mother took to Instagram March 10th, 2023. Okay, so it was about a month ago, to share a video clip with Hugley and her daughter Nola. In the caption, Shepherd spoke about her rough history with her father and how her daughter, which is his granddaughter, helped mend their broken relationship. Quote, "I've never publicly spoken about the fact that until very recently, my dad and I had a fairly tumultuous relationship," unquote. Another quote, "I thought I'd gotten myself to a place where I decided that I'd stop getting my hopes up and that things would ever get better. And I just accepted what was," quote unquote. Quote, "And then everything changed," she continued. "Initially, we forged a deeper connection over Nola, but then my dad stopped calling just to see her and started calling to check on me. We began having the most amazing conversations about everything, really. I'm a late blooming daddy's girl, and watching the relationship grow between him and Nola keeps healing parts of the little girl in me that I thought I had given up on," she added. "If you find yourself in a difficult relationship with a parent, know that even if you can't see it, it can get better." Last year in 2022, Shepherd came to DL's defense during his messy social media war with fellow comedian Monique. Shepherd entered the chat after Monique called out Hugley's past admission of not believing his daughter when she told him she had been sexually assaulted. So, yeah, this looks like a positive vibe relationship between D.L. Hugley and his daughter, because they're both into it. They're both positively progressing positively adding, positively developing the relationship. Let me see. Public reaction. Let's see. At Gaia Health and Wellness said, "So sweet. This made me think of my dad. They are so lucky to find a way to love each other while they still can." At Beauty by Destiny said, "That grandkid be mending and healing, man." At With Love Chanel XL said, "Shout out to the parents that care to grow and change for their kids no matter their age. Not every parent does." At Bejewel I, healthy parenting happens when healthy parenting happens when respect is given. Parents think they can say and do what they want. I'm an adult. Respect me or leave me alone. Logic. Results. My dirty blah. Okay. So just let me deep dive on this real quick. So D.L. Hughley's daughter publicly expressed her excitement. All right, he didn't express it, she did. So, like, that tells me that she probably was had been trying to have a relationship with her dad, and he was fighting it. He was the one who had to come over, and who had to come across the aisle, who had to let down the barrier, which is why she went and posted it online, because she wanted it more. And she probably had been working towards it, and he was just fighting her on it, on them having a better relationship. Because you know how the older we get, the more stubborn we can get, and then especially just parents in general, I feel like they could be really stubborn when their children or their offspring don't turn out to be the way they wanted them to be, if that makes sense. Little kids are dependent, they're affectionate, and they're full of potential, right? So his granddaughter, he sees like another chance to do things the right way, or to or to see someone from his family tree, one of his descendants, basically become what he wants them to become. So I feel like it's easier for him to get his joy back, or to let his guard down with his granddaughter, because of how much his granddaughter needs him and her mom, which is his daughter. And then how affectionate his granddaughter can be to him, and like how that probably warms his heart. And the fact that his granddaughter is so young that she still has the rest of her life ahead of her, and he's probably filled with the joy of the possibility of his granddaughter going up to become who he wanted his daughter to become. So he's back to that feeling of possible, of still getting what he wants. Like, okay, my daughter didn't become what I wanted her to be, but her daughter might become what I wanted her mom to be. So that's just, I'm looking at it from that lens. Also, parenting comes with a lot of privilege, power, and respect. Okay, so because of that, I feel like the parents should have more expectations because of the privilege, the power, and the respect, the added privilege, the added power, the added respect that you get from your kids or from other people who are not parents. That, in my opinion, should come with more expectations. So so parents should be held to a higher standard and should be more understanding, more wise, more, open-minded, or, just more disciplined. Not that they have to be perfect, but just more than their child. So going back and forth with the child, or, responding like a child immaturely, responding with emotional distress or emotional aggression, like, it's understandable for a parent to be frustrated or mad, because parenting is not easy. Yes, but when you voluntarily sign up to be a parent, I feel like you have to. It's like being a CEO of a company. Like, you agreed to this voluntarily. You knew it was not going to be easy. Do what you have to do. Learn what you have to learn. Do the work to power through the frustration and the power through the ups and downs, and lead by example. It is not okay to be as emotional, as immature, or as petty as your child, because no matter what, you'll always be older than your child. And, like, I expect the younger one in the relationship to be immature, because they have more to learn. But as the parent, you're supposed to lead by example. And that's just, I think we need to look at that. Well, are we holding our parents in society to the proper standards? Are we preparing them to even be parents, as opposed to just laying down in bed and then becoming parents? Like, I know, like, we know that there's no mandatory schooling or license that you have to get to be a parent. But yeah, I think the world is full of under-prepared parenting, and that should be, there's something should be done about that. The youth that we have in the world are still developing, still maturing, so poor judgment is expected. If I'm a dad, I expect my child to make bad decisions. That doesn't mean that I can't be a human and get upset at times, get frustrated, of course. But just knowing, just know that I'm going into it expecting my child to disobey me or to make mistakes, and yelling at them or hitting them is not gonna, it's not gonna fix the issue or make things better in the long run. Yeah. So you set up a plan, you read enough books about parenting and about, leadership, and I think you can do a much better job. But 90% of parents do not read a single piece of literature on parenting or on management or on leadership. But I think we all know that. Most parents just do whatever their parents did. They winging it. And I think that's lazy parenting. So yeah, those are my thoughts. That was my dirty deep dive. Whatever, take it or leave it, like it or hate it, love it or hate. You know what I'm saying? Hate it or love it, whatever. Start it or cancel it. It's whatever. This just off the top, off the dome. Feel me? Let's see what. That's about it, I think. But yeah, I do, and all in all, I do hope that eventually their father-daughter relationship leads to the creation of generational wealth. It's a beautiful thing to see. So yeah, Relationaire Nation, that's it for this episode. Feel free to leave a comment below and with additional examples, opinions, and solutions to this topic about DL and his daughter, or just leave a review on what you got out of this episode. If you rock with our mission, vision, and approach to changing lives worldwide, please spread the word and subscribe. One what? One love.